From a Lego shoe to a life-size Lego gun, these are ideas that Lego have rejected and will never do. Lego and M&M have been in the works for years, and they had concept that involved a fully working M&M dispenser. Yeah, this is actually real. All you'll need to do is pull down the lever, and there lies all the M&Ms you'll ever need. Lego unfortunately rejected the idea for being too hard to execute since they can't include candy in the set, so the only replacement they could think of is with studs, which look kind of silly. While Minecraft Lego sets come with either a Steve or an Alex minifigure, none have a Herobrine included. Yeah, this minifigure idea was actually considered since it's a very popular character from the game, but after some more consideration, they realized there was a huge problem. It simply wasn't a real mob in the game, so they decided to never release the set. Here is a life-sized Lego gun, and while you can't actually shoot it, you can load it up with Lego bullets, which only make this build even cooler. But Lego rejected it because they have a strict rule of not creating sets around violence. Breaking Bad is one of the most popular shows of all time, and so making a Lego Breaking Bad set sounds like a great idea, but it can never happen. Since a lot of the scenes in the show are very inappropriate, they simply had to reject this idea. Just imagine a Lego Among Us set. And yes, this is a real concept that they were considering, but they didn't realize it was the creepiest, most sus concepts too. And what with Among Us being one of the most popular games in 2021, Lego was pitched multiple times to different Lego Among Us sets and minifigures, but they couldn't accept the collab since it was way too scary for audiences. This is a fully playable Lego golf course set. This would allow you to set your minifigures on the stud and swing it using a built-in mechanism and hit a hole-in-one. It's an amazing idea, but sadly Lego rejected it for being too hard to create for mass production. Here is a Lego train, and this is a Lego Choo Choo Charles. Made after the famous game, this build has to be one of the most scariest set ideas ever next to the Cursed Thomas. And so it makes sense why Lego rejected this idea, simply because it was too scary. Lego McDonald's had this display piece concept featuring the renowned clown Ronald McDonald, which is one of the most weirdest Lego builds to ever be suggested. Being more as a cursed symbol, these Lego displays will never show up again since many Lego fans are scared of clowns, making an end to the most clown-type Lego items. Thank the heavens they never made a Lego minifigure version of them. Here was the most satisfying set concept Lego rejected. This is a Lego pizza, with the cheese even dripping from it. This highly detailed build had many die-hard fans excited to see if Lego would actually release this. Unfortunately, there was a big problem. They just didn't think the average fan would buy it. However, we'll still have these beautiful pictures to make our days. This is a rejected Lego tower that is taller than some skyscrapers. Currently, the tallest Lego tower was made in Israel at the end of 2017, which stands at 118 feet tall, and it was helped up by the residents in the construction of the tower itself. It took over a year to design and build, as well as over 500,000 Lego bricks, which were donated by the people in the city. But something more insane is that this world record was built to honor an 8-year-old who was a cancer victim and an avid Lego fan named Omar, which is pretty wholesome. However, Lego ultimately didn't make this into a real set. It was way too big. YouTuber Brick Machine is known for building insane stuff, but he recently created one of the coolest builds of all time. He used a large variety of bricks to create a working Lego game console by himself. After creating this custom moving handle, he attached 2 buttons where it would be used to play this video game. Honestly, man, this is just so mesmerizing, but sadly, it was rejected for being way too complicated for their designers to make. If you love Thomas the Train, then this Cursed Thomas is going to change that. With a retractable neck and 6 legs, this build combines 2 things people already hate: spiders and trains. So this is definitely going to keep you up at night. Just look at that thing, man. Lego never released this since they couldn't get the copyright license for it. Lego Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the most wanted Lego sets ever. These sets would come with all of the iconic characters and even the rooms. There have been millions of videos and people showcasing what this collab idea would look like, but unfortunately, Lego couldn't make it happen since it didn't fit their whole wholesome reputation. This is a normal Homer Simpson minifigure, and this is a Homer build that Lego considered. This cursed build comes with eyes that stare right into your soul, free of charge. Lego ultimately decided to reject this item since it would have scared all the fans. Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises in the world, so it would only make sense to have Lego and them try to collab together. So here is the most wanted set that Lego never released. This Lego Pokemon set would include all the main characters in Pokemon with the iconic building behind them. But sadly, Lego rejected this fan idea since Pokemon already had a deal with another Lego competitor. This is a life-sized Lego shoe, and this set was inspired by the iconic iconic Air Jordan 1 shoe and is extremely detailed. With it actually having over 10,000 votes on their idea, LEGO still rejected it for copyright issues. You all know about the modular building sets, so imagine a modular Apple store. This idea would have all the Apple products showcased inside the building with multiple minifigures representing the employees. And since Apple is a huge company, it would make sense to have one in your city. But this was declined because LEGO just didn't think it would fit that line of sets. While we all use computers in our lives, what about using a working LEGO computer? This computer can actually run games like Minecraft. Unfortunately, it was denied for being too complicated, even their designers to make a compact version of, which makes sense. This is a skeleton minifigure, and it's pretty cute. This is a full-size skeleton that's a couple of feet tall. Skeleton was an idea to use in anatomy classes to teach people about the body and how it works. And while it sounds like a super cool set, for LEGO, they didn't really agree since they said it'd be too hard to construct. The Legend of Zelda created a set that LEGO was forced to reject. Back in 2013, this was already the third project based on The Legend of Zelda to reach 10,000 supporters. And even LEGO admitted that they were aware that fans really wanted to see this happen. So much effort went into this project, with the sets even being fully designed and almost ready to go. However, they never released since Nintendo and them couldn't come to a deal where LEGO would be able to use their likeness in their sets. Meet the LEGO version of the Ghostbusters Marshmallow Man. This build had articulated arms, legs, head, and feet. Oh, and also hands. It stood at over 34 centimeters tall, and it's impossible to know exactly why LEGO decided not to produce this set, given the overwhelming popularity of the actor. Common theory was that LEGO had already had something similar in the pipeline themselves. This seemed to make sense as a project, for a LEGO Firehouse was rejected for that exact reason. 2 years later, there's been nothing that has been remotely similar to this build, so guess we'll never know exactly why they didn't accept this sick build. While most LEGO minifigures are pretty wholesome looking, this fan idea is the total opposite. Showing an already popular minifigure of Princess Leia in a suggestive position is not the best idea. The fan thought that since the other minifigures of her in the past are a little showy, we might as well work this one, right? But no, it was denied for being too inappropriate for the LEGO audience. Nice try though. Here is a working LEGO claw machine. It was first introduced to the world in 2019 at Brick World Chicago, and it took over 10,000 LEGO pieces to make, which caused them to spend over 3 months to build and engineer. But don't think that just because it's made out of LEGO doesn't mean it's any easier than the real claw machines, because in reality, this one is just as rigged. There were many kids that tried to get a plushie, but most of them failed, except a select few. This was never released because it was way too large of a set to create. LEGO and M&M have been in the works for years, and they had concept that involved a fully working M&M dispenser. Yeah, this is actually real. All you'll need to do is pull down the lever, and there lies all the M&Ms you'll ever need. LEGO unfortunately rejected the idea for being too hard to execute since they can't include candy in the set, so the only replacement they could think of is with studs, which looks kind of silly. And these have been LEGO ideas that have been rejected. So if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button.